Humanly. This is to ensure the water the people are taking is a clean water. I am happy today we are receiving them again for yet another big project. This is now to empower our people in socio-economic transformation.
They revealed that more funding is expected to come in to support the people of Germany.
The
region of Sardinia has submitted the project to the Ministry of Foreign Affairs, and this is another reason why we should be happy today.
Con un importo finanziario.
The opportunity to create a bigger project is a bigger amount, around 3 million euros.
Lavorerà anche a Moglio.
The component and the sector will be not only agricultural but also the health and the development of local market.
The delegation expressed appreciation to General Moses Ali for his leadership and hospitality, and pledged to continue cooperation between Italy and Uganda in advancing the initiative.
And in more news from this week, Uganda joined the rest of the world to celebrate World Intellectual Property Day 2026. While officiating at the event held at the Uganda Registration Services Bureau headquarters in Kampala, the permanent secretary in the Ministry of Education and Sports, Dr. Kedres Turiagenda, highlighted the rapid growth of sports into a global multi-billion-dollar industry valued at over $350 billion. She noted that this growth has largely been driven by the strategic use of intellectual property rights. Let's take a look.
The 26th theme for World Intellectual Property Day, IP and Sports, Ready, Set, Innovate, emphasizes how creativity and innovation, supported by intellectual property, continue to shape and transform the world of sports.
Intellectual property is so fundamental and so critical that we as Ugandans and Africans are late in getting its maximum utilization, and therefore appealing to all of us to pay attention to the incoming sensitization so that we know what it is, how it's got, how we benefit, and be able to benefit ourselves, our families, and our community, and as our nation as well.
From game-changing technologies and equipment to branding, broadcasting, and fun experiences, intellectual property plays a key role in making sports more dynamic, accessible, and impactful.
Every year we have a different theme, and this year we have intellectual property and sports, because there's a lot of intellectual property assets in the sports sector. The music that is played, the designs, the branding, the image rights, the logos that are used, the innovative systems that are used, all those are protected within the intellectual property system.
Federations have been encouraged to not only develop and promote sports, but more importantly, ensure they are legally protected.
Making commercial value if they are protected. So I think it's a good theme to encourage every participant, every creator in the sports industry to register their intellectual property, because that's the only way the law is going to protect us. Of course, we have also discussed issues of the law versus enforcement, indicating that yes, the laws are in place, registration has been done, but still there are areas where enforcement is not being applied. We still have very many counterfeit jerseys in the market.
And that we recognize and appreciate the conversation that's ongoing around IP and sports, which is very, very important for us, especially as a nation, in as far as the growth of our sports is concerned. From a broadcaster perspective, it's also very important for us generally as a country and people to, of course, appreciate what this then means for the sports fraternity once, the law, once, the different provisions come to pass for us.
I understood much that athletes need to put more and gaining much in their image rights.
However, stakeholders say there is still a significant gap in awareness around intellectual property protection. They warn that without structured systems such as collective bargaining, Uganda's sports ecosystem may not only benefit from intellectual property.
The Federation of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises has welcomed the government move to suspend the operations of implementing the new trade order. Business owners are urged to heed to existing respective ordinances while waiting for 2 months harmonization period established by the government. More details in this report.
Upon the public outcry and mixed reactions from the public on the unguided implementation of the new trade order, government suspended its implementation and instructed investigations into the matter.
So we have suspended the operation of the trade order until we do more consultations, and we'll have a final meeting at the end of June, so that beginning of July we have a refined way of operating.
The Federation of Small and Medium-Sized Enterprises has welcomed the move.
The timing was wrong, and in many instances the enforcement teams went beyond their mandate. People's properties were destroyed, people's business assets were confiscated, and we hope that during this time of reflection, government working together with other stakeholders can come out with an approach to trade order that will be sustainable.
John Walgembe, the Federation Executive Director, wants government to establish an independent committee with all stakeholders represented to develop implementation tools.
The committee should come up with a robust plan which at the minimum should include public awareness and education. This should be conducted countrywide so that traders get to air their views and opinions, and that jointly with the local authorities, traders identify alternative spaces where they can relocate. We request the Ministry of Works to be flexible and to gazette where possible unused road reserves, which can be used as workspaces in the meantime.
Business owners are urged to work with local governments while adhering to existing trade ordinances to sustain sanity in the business ecosystem.
Them to behave. They should not come back on they should not flood the street and start working from walkways and so on. This kind of indiscipline would create a justification for the use of excessive force next time that the trade order operations are taking place. Therefore, we want to urge that vendors not to use this breathing space as an opportunity for misbehavior, to come back and clog and work from ungazetted areas because they believe that no one will touch them.
Affected persons are called upon to be patient and engage in dialogue to attract compensation and achieve the sustainable business environment. Abdul Nasir Lugama and Regana Humza for UBC.
The Chinese embassy in Uganda this week marked the International Day for Chinese Language with a renewed commitment to strengthening cultural and economic cooperation between Uganda and China. The celebrations held at the Sino-Uganda Mbale Industrial Park brought together diplomats, cultural enthusiasts and local leaders, showcasing Chinese music, poetry and art as a reflection of the country's rich heritage.
The interim Chinese ambassador to Uganda, Fan Shusheng, commended Uganda for providing conducive investment climate that continues to attract foreign investors, noting that language remains a key tool in fostering global cooperation and development.
The people very nice, weather very nice, and most important, the investment environment is very enabling. So we also want to thank the Ugandan government. Mbale is booming. We can see that Chinese investment here is changing.
The management of Sino Industrial Park Uganda Mbale, led by Mike Wang, reaffirmed its commitment to supporting industrial growth while promoting Chinese language learning among Ugandan schools.
今天下午大家还将参观园区内的鲁班工坊，那里正是中乌技术合作与
Mbale Industrial Park is a typical representative of China-Uganda friendly cooperation. Here, we not only build factories, hire staff, and create job opportunities, but also through our partnership with the Confucius Institute,
provide a platform for local youth to learn skills and understanding Chinese culture.
The director of the Chinese Confucius Institute, Tang Fei, highlighted the importance of Chinese language in facilitating trade, investment, and cultural exchange between the two countries.
As well as an invisible force driving the park's development. Mubama Industrial Park has not only injected strong impetus into Uganda's economic development, but also provided a broad platform for exchange.
William Opua, the RCC, and Joyce Kidulu Matuka, the Mbale City Mayor-elect, called for expanded training of Ugandan teachers to support integration of Chinese language studies in Ugandan schools.
To encourage that we start teaching, training teachers locally. It is cheaper, and in many cases, people taught locally will use local examples.
Today is not about language, but about the cultural exchange, and through such engagements that Uganda gained a deeper appreciation of Chinese friendship experience, richness of Uganda traditions, and a mutual understanding strengthen our relationship, enhances our collaboration in business and beyond.
Leaders said equipping Ugandans with Chinese language skills will strengthen communication, boost trade relations, and support the country's socio-economic transformation. Yiga Muhammad, reporting for UBC in Mbale City.
St. Mark's Church in Kamuli marked this year's St. Mark's Day celebrations with an act of compassion and community outreach, reaching out to mothers at Kamuli General Hospital. As part of a week-long series of activities, the church extended support to the maternity ward through the donation of essential items aimed at improving the welfare of new mothers and their babies. This initiative reflects the church's continued commitment to serving the community beyond spiritual guidance by responding to the practical needs and promoting care for vulnerable groups.
My name's Apofia Kabale. I'm the lay reader, St. Mark's Church. We are here in Kamuli General Hospital. Here we are on this day in this hospital. We've come to bless the mothers. We started in the mother's ward, then in the ward of the children.
Amanya gange Baganzi John twebaza omulimu gw'ekkanisa gwekoze Church of Uganda asa St. Mark olw'obuyambi bwetuwadde tufunye ebirabo tufunye amata sukaali sabbuuni so Mukama abatuweera omukisa mweyongere okola bwe mutyo.
The church is coming out to see that people can get good morals, because without good morals, being disciplined and someone who is ready to take up, you can't see the change in the community as far as poverty is concerned and also child labor. But once people get the real gist and now from either the Bible, as we say, this person can change.
St. Mark is transforming the lives of the people. First and foremost, it reaches out to the people to teach them morals. It reaches out to the people to make them understand the various aspects of a parent. Because one of the issues that we are looking at is parenting. How do you raise children? How do you raise people in a home? How do you care for the children? How do you care for the different people in a community, in a home?
Hundreds of teenage girls took center stage to celebrate the triumph of Girls Empowering Girls, the Uganda's pioneering urban social protection program that has turned 7 years of investment into a generation of resilient, unstoppable young women. The celebrations held in Mbuya, Kampala district were highlighted in this story.
The Girls Empowering Girls program
Uganda's first urban social protection initiative for adolescent girls, has concluded after transforming the lives of over 4,800 girls in Kampala since 2019. The program combined cash transfers with digital skills training, mentorship and school retention support, resulting in a 42 drop in dropout rates among beneficiary schools.
Has been targeting children in school and also children out of school. We targeted 21 parishes, those that are very, very poor in Kampala. And those are the parishes that we targeted, and we targeted only the public schools.
The program has also provided a safe space for girls to discuss challenges like menstrual health and gender-based violence.
Computer skills. They also taught us, we as girls, to learn how to make pads for ourselves. So I'm proud of myself that I can make a pad for myself.
How to crochet school bags, doormats, weaving, and I can also make shoes.
The program's impact extends beyond numbers, with alumni now returning as mentors and exhibiting innovations like mobile apps tracking school attendance.
A special thanks to UNICEF, the government of Belgium, KCCA, Uganda Youth Development Link, Trailblazers Mentoring Foundation. These key partners have made this program come to an end in a very honorable and beautiful way. They have allowed these girls to paint. They've given the girls a white canvas, and they've been able to paint beautiful stories.
The National Development Plan 4 of Government of Uganda, this program is part of it, and we hope that we'll be able to get more funding and we target more girls.
Authorities from Kampala Capital City Authority plans to adopt the model into the city's social protection strategy, targeting all government-aided schools by 2018. Robert Katamba reporting for ABC News in Kampala.
More from this week. Adventist Development and Relief Agency this week launched a campaign aimed at addressing the growing challenges facing the girl child, particularly in Agago district. The initiative, dubbed Run, Save Her Future, was unveiled during a press conference in Kampala, describing it as more than just a marathon but a movement to restore hope and opportunity for vulnerable girls.
The marathon is scheduled for 10th May 2026 at Metroplex Mall and will feature 5 and 10-kilometer races alongside a children's fun run.
The route that starts within Nalia goes into the Chiwatule neighborhood via the Chiwatule Recreation and then back. For purposes of support, we have made available water points for anybody that needs water, marshals. There is police to be able to offer security and guidance, and generally the idea is for everybody to be able to enjoy and maximize the benefit of being able to run, but also participate in the cause that we have.
The campaign is targeting rising cases of early marriage, teenage pregnancy and school dropout, which continue to affect girls across northern Uganda.
This is why we are here. This is why we have the marathon, so that we have each and every person able to know really the challenges which the girl child is going through. You can be able to come through and run. You can be able to come through and support a runner. You can be able to come through and support in any other ways to ensure that the girl child remains in class.
According to UNICEF, about 24% of Ugandan girls aged 10 to 19 have experienced pregnancy, one of the leading causes of school dropout.
Sponsor even a child, sponsor a runner, sponsor the program, sponsor even the scholastic materials and other requirements for this particular girl child to ensure that she gets into class.
The run is intended to mobilize communities, institutions and the public to take collective responsibility in protecting the dignity and future of the girl child. Security, medical teams and guided routes have been put in place to ensure participant safety during the event. For ABC News, I am Sudat Kaye.
And more from this week, the director of Green Hill Academy, Joy Veronica Maraka, urged the academic institutions in Uganda to return to building values in learners and focus solely on academic excellence. During the institution's 32nd Thanksgiving service, Maraka said that instilling values is what has helped Green Hill's schools continue to make an impact in the education sector and grow their current level. Let's take a look.
Education is a critical aspect of national development, and the quality of student output contributes significantly to a country's workforce dividend. With now over 6 schools, Green Hill Academy institutions continue to impact the lives of learners across the country, an achievement that Veronica Maraka attributes to strong value-based education.
I think there is a loss in a sense of values. Values are not emphasized in the schools. We emphasize passing exams. We need to emphasize the sense of values in all schools from the very young age.
Maraka says the academy is able to achieve such results because it champions a result-oriented policy centered on Christian values.
In addition to the academic achievements, which are many, we do very many other things. We have our 7 core values and we emphasize them. We do a lot of things outside the classroom. And I think that is one of the things that makes us very special. We emphasize integrity. We pray. So all these things make us very, very special.
The academy, which recently opened an international school, marked its 32nd anniversary at the Green Hill Powate campus in an event filled with performances from pupils and teachers celebrating the milestone.
When I am happy, when I am sad. This is my story. This is my song.
Students and teachers received awards in recognition of their efforts and contribution.
And Telvin Keita.
A big hand clap to this.
We are going to have communication.
When you don't use Momo, you are forced to quarrel.
Mama kabalance. Nkuwaire 15 Mama, nkuwaire 15.
Ompaire 15.
Abantu abakulu mwatandisa obuyaye mwena.
Obuyaye obuliga.
Iwe.
Ngobi yanko
bacho sente dange ninzade kolera ngobi nakolera sente dange.
Save yourself from quarreling. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3# to pay and enjoy 0 charges below 5K. That's the power of Momo.
It's our mission to secure your money.
Protecting your money is as important as earning it. It is for this reason that the Deposit Protection Fund of Uganda, DPF, was established by the government of Uganda to provide deposit protection to customers of regulated financial institutions. In the unlikely event that your commercial bank, credit institution or microfinance deposit-taking institution fails, the DPF will pay you up to 10 million Uganda shillings. Keep your personal information such as national identification number, mobile phone or an alternative bank account updated with your banker. Terms and conditions apply. For more information, contact DPF at Aha Towers, Plot 7 Lodell Road, Kampala. Call 0312 206 400 or visit our website at www.dpf.or.ug.
Does science build the economy? At National Science Week 2026, see innovations that transform industries, create jobs, and drive Uganda towards a $500 billion economy. Smart investors discover what works and where to invest. The event runs from 30th April to 3rd of May 2026 at Kololo Independence Grounds. Free entrance to all. The theme, STI Works, powering Uganda to a $500 billion economy. Don't just watch the future, invest in it. Brought to you by the Science, Technology and Innovation Secretariat, STI, making Uganda the best.
Step into elegance, step into confidence, step into La Vie Boutique. Located at Grand Imperial Hotel, Shop 6 and 8, right behind Bank of Uganda. La Vie Boutique brings you high-class corporate and casual wear for men. From sharp designer suits and crisp shirts to stylish casual t-shirts, tracksuits, shoes and accessories, we've got everything to make you stand out. Call us on 0772 419 181 or 0705 555 558. La Vie Boutique, where class meets style.
When you don't use Momo, you get insulted by strangers. Save yourself from insults. Use the Momo app or dial *165*3# to pay and enjoy zero charges below 5K. That's the power of Momo.
Welcome back. The health centers of Chaba, Gimbi, Kakanju, Nyabubare and Ruhamuro have been boosted by 4 delivery beds that will improve lives of women in maternity. This boost by the Bushenyi local government were delivered during the belated Women's Day celebration graced by Professor Tara and the Honorable Annette Katusime and the State Minister for Public Service Mary Mugasa.
President were head of Britain. So, and all the conditions that have been put in place for a girl child, for a woman to participate effectively in society cannot be compared even to those so-called developed countries. So Uganda has achieved heights because the energy the woman had in society was not utilized, but now it has been utilized.
Professor Kabwejere wabale embiwa yentunguka Dr. Kajenda kutwale ntukora posta zitu na manifesto yabuza professor atunojirangu ahari manifesta hatukahandika hochi professor ajati ohandikeho embiwa yentunguka tulekera abana kuba abana ba birobinu tulekera abana kuba ba computer hati oyesanga ngo abana bakwekuza hata mubuleko mwana nayekuza akusisikala akusangwa okusanga asimu ali mukono okusanga asimu ali mu TikTok ebitamu amagezi amamama twekambe okukuza kulungi abaana baitu kandi tutungire ekindi ekizibu abazaire abakazi bakubaza kubi abazaire abasajja mwana yefora mulungi abana hata omusajja abaana batali banywani bawayi.
As Uganda moves closer to its first oil production, China National Offshore Oil Corporation has conducted a well control emergency drill exhibition at Kingfisher oil field in Chikube district. The well control emergency drill is aimed at strengthening safety and response readiness ahead of oil production.
The well control emergency drill at Kingfisher oil field in Chikube district tested firefighting preparedness, high temperature melting and cutting, wellhead reconstruction, among others. As Chinese National Offshore Oil Corporation's first well control emergency drill, it fills the gap in the capacity base of the unit and provides solid safety support to energy.
The use of this drill is to help us prepare in case of an emergency and also test the equipment. So Sinok Uganda Limited
purchased equipment to use in case of any well control incident or any emergency. So this drill helps train first of all, the national staff, the Ugandans that operate this equipment, how to use the equipment, and also test the equipment if it is fit for purpose.
Today this base is fully operational, equipped with specialized emergency equipment, and staffed by a joint team of Ugandan and Chinese professionals working by side.
Such demonstrations, according to partners in the energy sector, are a clear indication that the country is set for its first oil production and CNOOC's possession of the right equipment to control damage at the oil field.
We have not only established the first overseas well control emergency base in Uganda, but have also forged emergency response area team composed of both Chinese and Uganda professionals.
That exercise exhibited the sector's readiness in terms of equipment, coordination, response times, and strengthened the sector's emergency preparedness as we prepare for first oil. I think we have witnessed the same in this case.
The Minister of Energy and Mineral Development committed in ensuring that the first oil is produced safely and sustainably.
This drill speaks directly to Uganda's broader objective of achieving first oil responsibly. First oil must not be understood only as a scheduled milestone. It must also mean first oil under conditions of discipline, compliance, preparedness, and public confidence.
Since inception of its official operations in August 2025, the Uganda Well Control Emergency Rescue Base has 48 sets of emergency equipment covering 6 categories and 15 items, enabling capabilities including personal security and on-site investigation.
And in the world of sport, as Uganda prepares to mark World Day for Safety and Health at Work, the Ministry of Gender, Labour and Social Development has held a work safety run to promote workplace well-being with a strong emphasis on mental health. Permanent Secretary David Agre Kibenge has called for increased attention to both physical working conditions and mental well-being.
The run held in Kampala attracted representatives from financial institutions, construction companies, government agencies, and the security sector, reflecting growing nationwide attention to workplace safety. This year's theme emphasizes building psychosocial resilience among workers, highlighting growing concerns around stress, workplace pressure, and mental health challenges.
We are looking at the environmental health around the workplace. But even when all this is being done, issues of mental health are on the increase. At the workplace, there are people who find themselves stressed, facing abuse, neglect. Nobody may be paying adequate attention to their mental health. And we think that unless we do this, will not achieve the productive levels that we expect.
Employers have been urged to provide counseling services, manageable workloads, and safe working environments, while employees were encouraged to take personal responsibility for their mental health through social support and healthy lifestyles.
So that you can address them. Maybe there is work overload, or you're making them work too long, very long hours, which are unrealistic. So all those are things that contribute to mental ill health. So what employers are required to put in place measures to ensure that they do not exacerbate or worsen this problem that we are facing as a country, but even world over. It is becoming a big challenge. To the employees, my call to action is take personal responsibility for your mental health. Just like no one can build their bodies on your behalf, no one can go to the gym for you, you have to go there yourself.
Organizers say the run serves as a call to action for all stakeholders to prioritize mental well-being as a key of productivity and sustainable development.
Mental health
at workplace can be affected by how we work, how we deal with other colleagues, and also how we handle our duties. Number one is, we always say, please speak up if something is not right, speak up, but also have what we call work-life balance. Please work, but also remember to have social life.
Mary Namkose, UBC News.
And that brings us to the end of our weekly roundup edition of the Lunchtime News. Thank you for being a lovely audience. Do stay tuned for more news in our subsequent bulletins. And do remember, I'm styled by La Vie Boutique, located on Grand Imperial Hotel, Shop 6 and 8, right behind Bank of Uganda. Have yourselves a lovely afternoon.
UBC, inspiring Uganda.
Exercise can't be sustained. Eating can't be stopped. It's even harder to lose weight. Come and give it a try. Genshikang L-carnitine chromium capsules. Plant extract, scientific ratio. Take 3 capsules each time. The active ingredient accelerates fat burning,